Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Deadeye chosen. Pick a class. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Choose your detail color. Pick. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a... Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Pick your main color. Define your... Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a commando, scythe, sabot, sentinel, mercenary, deadeye, mercenary, deadeye, commando, deadeye, mercenary, deadeye, commando, scythe, saboteur, sentinel, dead, mercenary, mercenary chosen, that'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously...
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Chop, chop! Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under the stress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. That ain't bad. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but there have been rumors of the legend of the one-eyed child that the child could have been. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your... He says it has taken you a long time to... It was after the attack. Had it not been for the tree... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good... He understands why you came all the way out here. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should... The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow. Only time will tell. At least you'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. You handle that. One day, he hopes... But today, you're... From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life. One day, he says you'd better hurry back to the village before you're... No, she's got lots on her mind and... He lost you there for a while. But no... He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life. The tree started to die when the genetic evolution... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of date. Regardless, you'll meet again one. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, It can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the world eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've restrewed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Over the where they go.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's...
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light?
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have... Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They've already got word of an intruder, so he guesses the Sifu must be very interested in... The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as the Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons, the Boomer. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the... If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to... The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side... Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim... Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memory. He remembers. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and... You have things to do, places to go to. So, unless we work to save... Sit. peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares. Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods anywhere else. Says the shop holds something. Hopes you. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Says they don't have anything you'd want. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one... Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually. Thinks Myriad and Lotus understand. shines happy that the myriad
Waruetswan tapalawatawata. Egg, Vigidaso.
What does it?
Tapawa, tapatawana.
Kuna keke, egutula muatti, egualo.
Luiga, io raktot.
That's the Myriad Fort. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. That's going to leave a mark. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. Reflexed. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll... He says that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't... But you need practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. You know you can't make up for lost... You should know. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's... Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you should look for things that are recycled. He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says only a few are He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and you did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being... He's looking forward to seeing what... It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever... You've always followed your own path, but this time... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're...
Totogo.
He says that it's not too late.
Ea ete tifaga, saluto.
There's no way they'll let you...
Nakisisana basurangu in indigori aboritare.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Nakisisana basurangu in indigori aboritare.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu. And the most important thing, it's... Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that was true for your Moomer too, but guiding the village into the future, he suggests you get going and find him. He's curious to see what you found. He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out. He says it's about time you learned. The style might be...
Kaffe.
You should take...
Mashako hirsave.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Wants you to understand that you can do anything. She says she is... Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Been working? You should go see him and find... Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen a piece of scraptronics like... It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your... You're lucky to have such a... Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. Said, rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear... Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.